Okay, so Justin's back here with his doors. What happened, dude? What's going on?
Well, I had a few problems.
Gotta talk a little loud, guy. We got the heater going here. What's
I had a few
up?
problems.
Yeah, what happened?
I had some bleed through, so I tried to re-tape it, repaint it, and I didn't blend it right.
So what happened here is instead of taping the whole flame off, you went ahead and just taped the square off.
Yeah, and I made a soft edge, and I thought it'd blend in.
Well, that ain't gonna blend it in, dude. You really kind of screwed it all up here, bud. I noticed you got some problems with white paint going on. What happened there?
I don't know.
Well, yep, this is action here. What's that? What? Got burned through there.
Oh no,
What's this here? Okay.
that's an X-Acto line.
Right. So we got a bunch of stuff going on. You burned through here. You didn't put that clear on here like I told you to. We got raw paint.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
It's just really screwed up. So what we got to do is, the only way to fix this, did you bring your white tape?
White paint?
Paint, yeah, paint. And I noticed, it's fucked up over here too. What did you do? What's this? It looks like you taped this off and repainted that. What happened?
I had a spot here.
Okay, well that's fucked up too, so yeah. It looks like it's pretty much all fucked, dude. It's a fucked up deal, Justin. Everything needs to be repainted. It needs to all be gone over, dude. So what we're going to do to start out with is we're going to have to tape off these flames. All the flames need to be taped off. Do you remember how to do that?
Yeah.
With the 2-inch tape?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to tape them all off. Once we tape those off, we'll get this taped off. We're going to repaint the white. We'll put some sealer on it. We're going to get our infrared heaters. We'll let that dry for about 30-40 minutes. Once that's done, we'll peel everything off, we'll back tape everything, and then repaint the flames. It's a fucked up deal, dude. We're gonna have to repaint the whole situation. Has to be done over. But that's all right. We'll get them fixed, okay?
All right.
Let's get to work. Alright, we went ahead and taped off all the flames. Got a little piece of trash right there. So the flames are all taped off, ready for paint, as you can see. And once we get the paint on there, what we're basically doing, we're repainting the whole situation here. You can see Justin didn't put enough paint on it for one. I barely sanded it, it went right through. Another thing he didn't do, he didn't use the intercoat clear like he was supposed to. So that screwed everything up. And now what we're going to do is we're going to repaint the white. And then once I get the white repainted, we're going to put the heat lamps on it and let it dry while I work on something else. And then we will come back and reverse tape everything so we can repaint the flames. Now what he's using PPG Shopline Pro. This is the high-end Shopline PPG. We got medium reducer, and we are going to have to add some accelerator to that. Okay, so the way that you mix this paint is we're going to go 50-50 with it. How did you mix it?
50-50.
Okay. So you did do 50-50. Because by the way the paint's on there, this sure doesn't look like it. It's pretty thin, dude. So on white, you don't want to mix it 50-50. You want more paint than reducer. And the reason is because white is very thin anyway. All right? You understand? Same with black. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put some of this in there with it. And this is accelerator. That's going to make the paint dry real quick. One capful is probably more than enough. Yeah, you don't want to, on white and black, you don't really want to go 50-50. Okay? You do stick. See that stick test there? Look. Kind of count the seconds there, see? That's how you want it. It's about a 3-second deal. 2.5 seconds before it starts dripping. Now another thing is, do you know how to tell how your paint's mixed all the way thoroughly? Or your primer or anything you're mixing? Is when you see little bubbles come to the top. See all those little bubbles?
Yeah.
Alright, that means that it's mixed 100%. So we're going to be using our Binks number 7 today. We won't be using your fancy spray gun, bud. And I'm presuming it's probably only going to take a couple coats of paint to actually do this. But we want nice thick coats. We don't want paper thin. Right? We don't want super thin coats like you put on it. You see what I'm saying?
Alright, we'll let that dry, and then we'll go ahead and apply one more full wet coat. Once that's dry, we'll go ahead and apply our DBC Intercoat Clear.
All right, now that we have painted the white, and you can see how nice it looks, what I did is I put 2 coats of the DBC 500 on it. What we're going to do now is I am going to take some 1500 with my sanding block, and then I'm going to sand this down and get rid of these tape lines real quick. So we're going to sand the white down, and all we're doing is busting down all we're going to do is bust it down and feather out the copper lines. If you want to go ahead and wipe that one off. I'll get this other one here. So that's what we're looking at. And doing this type of a job is, I mean, it's pretty technical. It's not as easy as you think, put it that way, okay? And then we got over here, look at here, there's a spot right here. So what I'm using on this, I'm using 600 to feather this out where it peeled off. This is 600 wet, and then I'm gonna go ahead and scuff it down like this. And then his whole car is gonna be this color. Okay, so.
Yeah, when you do this, guys, you got to make sure that you can't feel it with your finger, or you will see it when you put paint on top of it.
That's right. You got it. See how I just sanded that? Look. See? Okay, where's the other one? Here it is, right here. Now this one here isn't that bad. It's right next to the edge. We'll be okay with that. But this one in the middle here. Okay, there's that one. Where I'm sanding right here is 2 different colors. That's telling me on his initial paint job, he didn't put enough paint on this. Look at this tape line. He said that was a soft tape line. Look at that. Can you see that? Look at that. I can see that big as day. Wow. I guess it's actually good that he didn't put DBC 500 on it, because that would have made my job harder. So, there you go. All right, I got to sand that, and then we're taping it off.
All right, we'll be back.
And this is what's a bitch about doing this, is when you're right toward the end, and the person that's supposed to be helping you isn't done before you. What are you doing now?
I didn't like that.
Okay, but you're not even got that.
No, I fucking don't, Pete, because I'm not done yet.
Okay, sure, no problem. So Minnie actually started before me. Minnie actually started before me about 15 minutes before I did. And I'm actually done, so we're going to go look at my job and see how it turned out. Look, it's hanging over right there.
Put your finger over there again. Put it over there again. Do it. Come on, let me stab you, motherfucker.
So this is all taped off. Now let me show you how I did this. I actually went about 1/8 to 1/16 of an inch bigger, because I want to overlap this line right here. And then once we get that done, then the inner coat clear that we put on the white, that'll be overlapped with the copper, so when we sand it down, it'll all blend in and melt together. It looks like right here, it looks okay. Okay, so we'll be all right there. I might have to put a piece of blue tape right there, but I think it's okay. But this is actually taped and ready for paint. And as soon as Minnie gets done, we'll go ahead and put the paint on it.
I can't see my hand.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know.
It's unbelievable that you're not done yet. Okay, that's what's unbelievable. Look. Okay. Can we get done, please?
Show me where I'm not done again. Show me where I'm not done again. Show me with your hand. I don't know where. Where? Chicken. You're chicken.
So the owner didn't have enough paint.
He didn't put enough paint on it. He was told to just put it on to cover. Now when you're doing a car in pieces like this, you got to put one, two, three full wet coats of paint on it. Because what's going to happen if you don't remember and spray your car exactly the same throughout the whole process, all the panels are going to be different colors, everything. So it's very important. Yeah. That's why it was dark in the spots he touched up and it was light everywhere else. I'm thinking he only put 1 to 2 thin coats of paint on it and then went with it. So that's 1 coat. Since it already had that 1 coat on it, I'm going to go ahead and put 1 more full wet coat on. I'm going to let this paint dry. And then I'm going to put the DBC on it like we did the white. I'll let it dry overnight and then we'll pull all the paper off. I was going to go ahead and highlight the flames, but since he's going to have them pinstriped, I ain't going to do that. Well, we got the flames retaped, repainted, and everything turned out nice. The paint that he put on this originally, the copper paint, he didn't put enough paint on it. I don't know if you can see this in the picture, but it really looks nice and deep now. That's the problem you have when you've never painted a car before. You don't know how much paint to put on. I put some very thick coats of paint on this because when he paints this car, he has got to realize that you have to put the same amount of paint on everything. So I called him last night and I told him, I said, you might consider on getting somebody else to paint your car for you that knows what they're doing, because from what I saw yesterday, he is not going to be able to put the paint on properly like it's supposed to be. So hopefully he will get somebody to help him, because I'd hate to see all this work that he's putting into this vehicle go to waste. We got paint and body shops that are selling him stuff that he doesn't need. That's another day and another story. And when you are doing this type of work by yourself with no guidance and just basically watching a YouTube video, you really don't know what you're doing, because everybody's going to tell you a different story. Everybody's going to tell you something different when it comes to doing this type of work. I went ahead and put the DBC 500 on this door, and that's why you can see me doing this. Without that DBC 500, I definitely wouldn't be able to sand this down like I'm doing and getting those tape lines out of here. DBC 500 is a inner coat clear. That's what that is, for anybody that doesn't know. And this is a very important step in, if you want a showroom quality paint job, that's a very important step, is to put the DBC 500 on all multi-color paint jobs. So I'll repeat my process on this door. Trying to stay away, I don't want to hit these sharp edges. We don't want those sharp edges hit. It will burn off. All we're doing is hitting where the flames were and then lightly scuffing the rest of it. But yeah, we got to get that tape residue off, because if we leave that on there and we clear coat it, you'll see it underneath the clear. And that's what the whole deal is. It's really a shame that Justin couldn't get it down packed when he brought the doors on the first time. And I'm just going to let everybody else know that I am not charging him for this. I went ahead and told him I would do it so I can make you a video to show you how to do this type of work the proper way. So I am not getting paid to do this. I went ahead and painted these for him so you can learn how to do it and learn from not my mistakes this time, but Justin's mistakes. So now the copper paint that you see coming off, that's the paint on the edges. That is not the paint on the flames. All it is the paint on the edge coming off. I'm basically concentrating on the white, really not concentrating on sanding the copper, but I do want to get the edges, and then I'll take it and I will just scuff that down. That's all we got to do, just like that. Just scuff it down like that. That's done. And another thing about using the color blender, Intercoat Clear, DBC 500 or compatible, is that you're actually doing a double clear job on it, and your paint job will be immaculate. So that's another situation of using this color blender stuff. We got a little spot right here. That's a piece of trash. Huh. We're going to take a micro fiber. We're going to wipe them off just like that. Dry them off. So basically in this video set we learned how to lay the flames down, and we learned what a pounce pad was, a pounced pattern. We also learned that not putting enough paint on the item is really going to screw you up. We also learned that using color blender as a sealer and a clear coat layer is very, very important on custom paint jobs. And we also learned that we have to sand everything down to continue to work on it. So this is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. We'll get a little word with Justin when he comes over. But this artwork is finished. It's a done deal.
Put your finger over there again. Put it over there again. Do it. Come on, let me stab you, motherfucker.